Wanted to know more about Gary, like how he find you and what are the questions when you first meet with you, like because most of the time seniors have lots of questions. So what are the questions they have, and uh, when they started looking about senior care options and how they get into it, like okay, we need to go with you.
Yeah. So Gary, he wanted to find an independent living community. He's totally independent. He drives. He's a very smart gentleman. He likes to read a lot. He writes a book currently, but he didn't want to have to deal with the house responsibilities any longer. He just doesn't want to pay rent any longer at the place. He doesn't want to pay utilities. He doesn't want to go grocery shopping. He doesn't want to drive around on his own that much. He just wants to simplify his life. And by going into an independent living, housekeeping is provided. Uh, Meals are provided every day. There is a chef cooking for you. All the utilities are included. The Wi-Fi is included. Transportation to doctor appointments and outings and things like that. So it's an all-inclusive type of scenario, and Gary was looking for that, and he just went online to find the solution for his problem situation. And I guess he looked at different websites, but then at some point he found my website, a1seniorcareadvisors.com, and he was impressed. He found it very well made and very informative. By the way, it was built for educational purposes, so it works. It worked in this particular case. And he read the information and he said, "Okay, I'm going to call TB and talk to him and see what he's got to say." And we connected right away. We met for lunch at a local restaurant. I offered to pay for his meal. He offered to pay for my meal. Ultimately, we decided to pay on for our own meal, each one of us. And so we had a really good conversation. I clearly and simply explained what the options would be out there, what is the process, what would be the best and the smoothest step-by-step proceedings to achieve his goals. And he wanted to work with me, and I was honored to have that opportunity.
Okay.
And we went and looked at several options. I made arrangements to tour and have lunch at different places, and ultimately he liked this particular place, and he decided to put down a deposit. He did, and then we wanted to celebrate. So we went out with the boat fishing in Puget Sound.
Okay. So, like when Gary met with you over the lunch, at that time that he had any kind of hesitations regarding like how the finance things will be work, or how that he had any particular requirement for the independent living home that he shared with you? What are his concern, that like where you educate him like how the things work?
Well, I explained to him what would be the best way, what is the process, and it's a step-by-step process. First I need to understand what he's looking for. In particular, Gary had one thing that was the most important thing for him, and that was to have a water view.
Okay.
So, and then that dramatically narrowed down the number of options. Um, Luckily, living in the greater Seattle area, there are options with water view. It's either the Puget Sound or it's lakes, or uh, we have plenty of that around here, but not many communities, especially independent living, they have that particular water view. or it was a matter of availability. Maybe some communities do have, but the apartments that are available are on the other side of the building without a water view. So I had to do all the legwork in finding the availability now for the options with the water view. And then I sent him an email with those options. We went back and forth. I sent him websites and information about the particular place. He studied them out, and he said, I want to see this place. I don't want to see this place. So we just kind of narrowed it down, and we went visit and had lunch, and we had a great time, and we provided him with all the information along with the marketing people at those particular places.
Okay.
And at some point, he felt confident, and he said, "Okay, made my mind. I know I have found what I'm looking for."